you get the victory or you don't get it. So sometimes it's like rolling the dice.
You can surprise yourself, and I usually do on big occasions, but I would really like to be able to do a good team role.
You really wanted me to blow up sugar up everybody's ass, or what?
Yeah, you respect me,
My goal is to find again good feeling in the peloton, so that's my big goal for this Tour de France.
And we're trying to make a better run at it this year. Our team goals for the Tour de France 23 will be reaching the podium we missed out on last year, and going for a stage win because we missed out on that too. I mean, I think that's everybody's standard, especially in a big team here. You want to go win a stage and get on the podium. You know, we didn't achieve it last year, so we're just gonna try to be better than last year.
No, I mean, I've been in this sport for a long time. I'd say I'm professional almost, yeah. Coming up on 20 years ago, the sport has changed dramatically. Like, it's totally different now. And when I first started racing, there was no Tour de France and no hope of a Tour de France. There was the token gesture eventually of La Course. And yeah, obviously, thanks to some women and some pressure, that has become what it is now, the Tour de France. But to think that I ever thought I would compete in it, or to think that I would ever still be racing as a mother, was something that I never envisaged, no. There's no getting away from it. It's the most iconic race in the world. I think it's sometimes difficult having had the experience and knowing that, you know, we had to fight pretty hard to get here. Not to take away from the other organisers that have stood by women's cycling for so long, to kind of gloss over all the work that's done by those individuals and race organisers feels a bit mean, you know, to kind of put all this light on the Tour de France, but it is true, and there's no getting away from it. It is the biggest stage and the most iconic and the most well-known, and like you say, everyone's heard of it. And yeah, I want to be able to say that I took part in it, yeah.
Yes, I'm extremely happy to be there. Honestly, after the crash, I thought that it was impossible for me to race in Tour de France, but yes, my recovery was good, and for sure I'm not feeling 100% ready, but yes, I'm still suffering a lot on the bike, but I just think that for me it's really nice to be there, both physically and psychologically, because I'm sure that the team will help me a lot, and my goal is to find again good feeling in the peloton, so that's my big goal for this Tour de France.
5, 6. Yeah, where's the eye?
If you could describe what you want to achieve in this race in one sentence, what is it?
Efficiency.
And what does that mean to you?
For me, efficiency is where I can ride every single stage correctly, giving my 100% no matter the result. The dream of the dream of the dream, you know, when you are in deep sleep in your SWS sleep, would be, yeah, to win the Tour de France and celebrate with your teammates and stuff like that. But I don't dream. I'm just staying with my feet on the ground, and I'm like, if I get a top 5, would be great. If I can win a stage, would be the greatest.
To be able to say that we came here and we won a stage and we had a good general classification. But it's very much a we. Like, I see this as I think I'll be a team worker here, to be honest. Like, the level that the race will be at, I don't envisage being able to have a huge impact personally, individually. I mean, that would be the icing on the cake. You never know, like, you can surprise yourself, and I usually do on big occasions, but I would really like to be able to, yeah, to do a good team run?
For me, it's like pretty easy to just think about what we want to do, and then the rest is of course important, but it is a surrounding. And Ina is really good in guiding us doing this. She always has a plan, and we have our structure, and we move in the race as we planned the evening before.
Dai che ci siamo. Sei contenta? Sì. Dai, coraggio. È la presentazione. Sì, dai.
Ti ha tirato su una...
There's so many objectives within the race, people looking after GC riders, but then everybody's fresh and desperate to try and get stage as well. So I think if this stage came further in the race, we would definitely see a GC group go on that climb, but I think it's a lot of suffering and pretty hectic final.
We're getting set for the start of the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift.
I mean, yesterday, I mean, good job. Good that you didn't hurt yourself too much, you know. Good slide and not a slide into something like you did earlier this year. So that's good. I mean, otherwise, the race was kind of as predicted. It wasn't, you know, went in the back. They attacked a little bit, but it wasn't hard enough that there was really crazy. I mean, you guys stayed safe down there. You let them good into the climb and all this. I haven't put Bartzi in there yet, just because I wanted to talk to her. So I mean, if she actually is there at the end or whatever, we're gonna help her a little bit. She says she will content the sprint. I mean, we have, you know, you will be there, Lucinda will be there, Lizzie will be there, and Yaya. I mean, you guys stay safe. You don't have waste energy. But if we do wind action anyway, we're gonna be there. And then you're going to be up front, but then we just try to deliver her on a wheel. I mean, I don't think we are the team who needs to lead it out, because, I mean, normally she isn't the fastest right now. There will be DSM and SD Works doing this, so we should work off this, not to like totally kill ourselves anyway and all this. So, but I like that she has a mindset that she wants to try, you know, that's good. So, and who knows what happens.
Maker for the wedding of
Ah, yeah.
Pikachu, scelgo te!
It's too fast.
The supermarket is closing. We invite you to get to the exit. Thank you.
Keep fasten your seatbelt.
This morning Ina asked me, she said, just in case, if you will arrive in the finish and you feel it, do you want to try to make the sprint? And I said, yes, it's okay. But then I was really suffering the whole day. It was a really hard day, and yes, in the end, I'm just really happy because all the team trust me, and Yaya did an amazing job. So I'm happy to be back in the sprint. Especially for my mind, I think is really important.
privilege.
Yeah. You're not believing or what?
She's very happy with it.
I'm
Can I also take a picture?
No, I mean, it was between me and Spratty to try and make some sort of action over the climbing section. And I mean, you only get so many bullets to use in the race, and I used them up already in the beginning, trying not to get dropped because I had such a bad position out of the neutral and the race was on. So I really had bad legs. And then I also crashed on the descent before the climb started, so that took me totally out of the tactic. And then, to be honest, I have no idea what happened. I don't know who even won the race.
This is awfully romantic. When the race is done, I will get it.
Of course I will. I know you're looking forward. Yeah.
Can we talk about Elisa Longo Borghini? I guess it's a little bit different. Can you explain me what happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy decision too, because she's super sick, so what are you gonna do, you know? So she has to go home not to risk her health. It sucks, but the decision is not really that hard either. Obviously, I mean, we have Spratty there. Spratty will do her best, you know? It's not really that we do anything else than we would. We just don't have the main leader here, but there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, she's sick, and you know, the doctor said it's a health risk if she keeps riding, and I mean, then it's a no-brainer to send her home.
Don't put words in my mouth, you know? You want a bottle, you know? What can I say? A little bit of a blow this morning, yeah, or yesterday. But Spratty will put it out now, you know, so. It's all on you now, Spratty, here today. So, you know, it's.
Pressure is a privilege.
We just don't have Longo here. It's the same. I mean, in the end, we would do the same thing. So it's like, you know, you know the climb. I mean, you are a good climber, and see what happens today. So. I won't sit on the on the radio today.
Oh, thanks.
Make the wrinkles of my
I think it's fun.
Sandra Spratt. Elle est italienne, elle dit.
I've got you. Don't worry. Let go of your bike. We've got you. What do you need, Walter?
I think obviously it was really sad with Elisa having to leave.
But yeah, the girls did an amazing job in the first part to kind of make sure I was in good position to the Col d'Aspin, the first climb where we thought it was really going to shred to pieces there, and it happened kind of like we thought, that Movistar would go really hard, Annemiek would attack and it would split, and my main goal there was to try and stay with a good group because I thought it would really be an advantage in the valley at the bottom of the Tourmalet, so I'm really happy I was able to do that. I probably went a bit over my limit, I think, to do that, and really struggled to recover. The Tourmalet I dropped quite early, but I think I was able to pace it quite well the bottom half, and then honestly, then after that, about 6-7k to go, I just started to go empty, lights out. We were getting up at altitude. I think, in the end, I do think I probably hunger flatted a little bit, sugar flat, and it was just like one epic battle to the finish line. It was so misty. I was just like trying to see the 3k to go, the 2k to go sign, and eventually it came into view about 50 meters before I was there. But I think I gave a good show to, well, maybe a sad show to Ina, who was right behind me, watching me zigzag my way up there. I think she said I could have crawled up there faster than what I rode, but I made it to the finish line, and honestly, I didn't have an extra pedal stroke, so yeah, I would have liked to have been higher up, but I also think, everything I had yesterday I gave, and I didn't have anything left at the finish. Yeah, it's only 22.6k to go in the tour, so that's awesome, but it's going to be a painful 22.6. It's we're a little bit familiar. We raced here in La Course a few years ago, so it's similar sort of reverse course of that. A bit technical at the start, and then we have a really fast section along the flat where I think it's going to pay to go out hard on this time trial, especially on that flatter section, the straight road, just be aero. And then there's a climb in the middle which can suit me. I really want to attack that hard and try to get as much time as I can on the climb and over the top of that, and then it's quite fast after that, quite twisty, but I think if you know the course and you trust yourself, then you can gain a lot of time just by being in position. And then there's just one crazy steep pinch to the finish where you can just see it ahead of you, so just trying to pace that and just, I think, use the top of that climb as the finish line, and then everything until the actual finish.
Disappointing, like we're all disappointed, but I think the strength of the team is always the fight back, and I'm confident and proud of the fight back every single day, because when you're on your knees in the Tour de France and everything feels like it's going against you, you really need to lean on each other. That's what we did, and I'm really proud of women's cycling, that we're at this point now, and the level, like Demi, the display that she did, I mean, incredible, chapeau to her, and we'll keep fighting to try and be on that level too.